My name is Hassan Murtaza, and I have made this YouTube channel, Man Up with Merds, to help most of the teenagers and young adults out there who are looking for self improvement and trying to make themselves better than they were before. Now, before wasting any time, let's get straight into it. Now, first things first, we are going to talk about Stoicism. Now, what exactly is Stoicism? In ancient Greek school of philosophy, there was a belief that one should endure hardship and pain without having the need to tell it to someone else. Now, why is that? It's because 80% of the people don't care that you have them, and 20% of the people are glad that you have them. Now, when you start oversharing things with your friends, your family, or people around you, it automatically puts you in a weaker position. So, what you need to do is you need to keep things to yourself most of the times and figure them out, like how you're going to solve them or whatever. You don't need to tell everything to everyone. Now, second thing is to know about instant gratification and delayed gratification. Now, what exactly is instant gratification? It's like a pleasure that you can get instantly. Now, for example, if I'm sitting here, right, and I'm trying to lose some weight, and imagine if I start eating junk food right now, right? It is something that is going to give me pleasure for now, but in the future, it is going to be harmful for me, right? But on the other side, if I talk about delayed gratification, it is something that is not going to provide me pleasure right now, but in the future, it is going to be beneficial for me. So, you need to focus on delayed gratification instead of instant gratification. Now, another example of delayed gratification is if I go out right now, I start working out, I start hitting the gym, I start doing cardio, I start running, things like that. I start reading self development books, or I start watching podcasts, and so many things we can talk about right now. They are something that I might not want to do right now, but they would be helpful and beneficial for me in the future. Now, the next thing we are going to talk about is you need to be a good listener. And why is that? Let me give you my own example. 80% of the problems in my teenage that I used to consider problems, they were solved when I stopped talking and I started listening to everything and everyone around me. Now imagine if someone comes to you and they start sharing their problems, they start doing their rants or whatever, they tell you something, right? And instead of giving them motivational talk, there are a lot of people that I know that do it. They interrupt the other person and they start giving the motivational talk and all of that. No, they don't need that, bro. If they need it, they would ask for it. Do remember, there is a difference between sympathy and empathy. You should know about that. So, start listening, and you will become a better version of yourself. You will start seeing improvement in yourself each and every single day. So, the next thing I'm about to tell you is that you need to set healthy boundaries with a lot of people around you. You see, while growing up, when you're a teenager or maybe when you're a young adult, you will see enormous amount of people who would try to bring you down, who would be toxic for you. And you might think, oh, it's all right, we're friends and all that. No, they're not your friends, bro. You need to kick them out of your life, right? So here I am going to give you two tips. There is an easy way and there's a hard way, but you can cut them out. The first way is either you sit down with them, you tell them face to face that uh, this thing that you're doing is toxic, I don't like it, right? And either you stop it or I'll leave. This is the first way, right? And it's the hard way. Now, the easy way is you can simply ghost them. Now, how you're going to ghost them is that you stop responding to their calls, to their texts. In short, you just start ignoring them, right? So, when imagine a text comes and they go like, hey Hassan, let's go to KFC, let's go to this place, that place, let's go out eat, let's go out play, whatever it is. Just ghost them. Ignore their texts, ignore their message, just be like, oh, I was busy with this, I was busy with that, sorry, I was doing something important. And eventually they will leave you, right? So you need to cut them out of your life because they are not healthy for you, they are not beneficial for you. The next thing is you need to have a high self esteem and self belief. Now, why is that? You see, the people who believe in themselves, who have high goals and dreams, who want to achieve something big in their life, they always outwork the people who don't believe in themselves. You see, the people who believe in themselves, they get more opportunities, and it is a universal fact. It's a universal truth that can't be denied. The people with high self esteem do not care about the opinion of other people around them. Rather, they work on themselves, on becoming the better version of themselves each and every single day. Now, having a low self esteem can honestly affect your mental health. And when I talk about mental health, let me tell you that it is one of the most important things in your life. When I started talking about high self esteem, that it creates more opportunities, you see, the people with low self esteem would never ever take big risks in their life. But on the other hand, the people with high self esteem would take risks, and as the saying goes, risk takers are money makers. And now, last but definitely not the least, in your teenage and your 20s, what you need to do is you need to start reading books. And by books, I don't mean books like Diary of Wimpy Kid or fantasy fictional things like that. What you need to do is you need to study self development books, self improvement books, books that will guide you to become a better version of yourself. Books like The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up, or books like The Psychology of Money, The Tipping Point, The Seven Habits of Highly Influential People, The Way of a Superior Man. And there are many books out there that would help you, right? So, if you like this video, I want you to like it, subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, and if you have any question or anything like that, if you want me to talk about anything, just write it down in the comments. I will try to make a video on it. So that's all for today, folks. Man up with words.